Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You already know what time it is. Deep thinker time. Today we're going full conspiracy theory because we're diving deep into telepathy. Okay, so let's start with the most common sign of telepathy, and that is shared dreams. These dreams can be incredibly vivid and feel almost real. You know that feeling when you wake up from a dream and you're like, wait, was that real or did I just dream that? It's like your mind is playing tricks on you. And then your best friend calls you and is like, oh my god, you were totally in my dream last night. It's almost as if you both were in the same place at the same time. Yeah, that's not a coincidence, that's telepathy, babe. It's like your minds are connected on a whole different level. I remember one time I had this super vivid dream that I was at Disneyland with my mom, but instead of riding Space Mountain, we were on this crazy roller coaster made of cotton candy. It was so bizarre and fun, and the next morning my mom calls me up and she's like, I just had the weirdest dream that we were at Disneyland on a cotton candy roller coaster. We both couldn't believe it. I swear we both freaked out. It was like we had shared the exact same dream. Like, how is that even possible? It's like our minds were literally linked. It's such a fascinating phenomenon. Have you guys ever experienced anything like that? Shared dreams can be so mind-blowing. I want to hear all your crazy dream stories in the comments below. Seriously, don't hold back. Share every detail, but like, keep it PG, okay? This is a family-friendly channel, kind of. We want everyone to feel comfortable sharing. Anyway, shared dreams are just one piece of the telepathy puzzle. There's so much more to explore. They can be a sign that you have a super strong connection with someone, like your soulmate or your soulmate's evil twin or something. It's like you're on the same wavelength. It's like your subconscious minds are like hanging out in the astral plane or whatever. It's trippy, you guys. The astral plane is a whole other realm of possibilities. And the trippy doesn't stop there. There's so much more to uncover. Some people believe that shared dreams can even be a way of communicating with loved ones who have passed away. It's a comforting thought, like maybe your grandma is trying to tell you to stop using expired almond milk or something. Dreams can carry important messages. Who knows? The afterlife is a mysterious place. There's so much we don't understand. But seriously, if you're having recurring dreams about someone, especially if they're super specific or if you wake up feeling super emotional, it could be a sign that you're telepathically connected. Pay attention to those dreams. They might be telling you something important. Next up, let's talk about another major sign of telepathy: instant emotional shifts. You know that feeling when you're just vibing, everything's chill, and then bam, out of nowhere you're hit with this wave of anxiety or sadness, but like, for no reason? It's like your emotions are hijacked by some invisible force. And then 5 minutes later, your boyfriend calls you and is like, babe, I just failed my math test, and suddenly it all makes sense. It's as if your emotional radar picked up on his distress before he even told you. That, my friends, is telepathy in action. It's this unspoken connection that transcends words and physical presence. I remember one time I was at this industry event, you know, the kind with all the fancy appetizers and people pretending to like each other. It was one of those nights where everyone's wearing their best masks. Anyway, I was talking to this one director, and I suddenly got this really bad feeling, like a pit in my stomach. It was like an alarm bell going off inside me, and I looked at him and it was like I could sense that he was going through something really difficult. His eyes told a story, his words didn't. Turns out he had just found out that his dog was sick. The poor guy was trying to keep it together, but his emotions were leaking out. I mean, talk about a mood killer, right? It was like the whole vibe of the event shifted in that moment. But seriously, it was like I could feel his sadness, even though I had no idea what was going on. It was intense. It's like our hearts were having a conversation of their own, and it's not just sadness either. Emotions are like a spectrum, and telepathy can tune into any part of it. Sometimes it's happiness, excitement, even anger. It's like you're riding an emotional roller coaster that's not even yours. Like, I swear my mom can sense when I'm about to lose my cool, even if I'm texting her from like another continent. It's like she has a sixth sense for my emotional state. It's actually kind of creepy, but also kind of amazing. It's like we're all connected by invisible threads of emotion. Are you in my head? Okay, this next sign is a big one. Knowing what someone is thinking before they even say it. It's like having a secret superpower. You know when you're with your bestie, and you're both thinking the same thing at the same time, and you just look at each other and burst out laughing? That's telepathy, baby. Or when your mom finishes your sentences, but like, in a way that's not totally annoying? Yeah, that's telepathy too. I swear, my cat, Luna, is telepathic. Like, I'll just be sitting there minding my own business and I'll think, I could really go for some tuna right now. And then, like magic, Luna will appear out of nowhere, meowing her little head off for tuna. It's freaky. But in all seriousness, have you guys ever experienced that thing where you're hanging out with someone and you just know what they're going to say before they say it? It's like you can read each other's minds. Or when you're on the phone with someone and you both start talking at the same time. that's another sign that you might be telepathically connected. It's truly fascinating, isn't it? Ouch! I felt that. Get ready for this one, guys, because it's about to get weird. Have you ever felt a physical sensation, like a touch or a pain, at the exact same time that someone else was experiencing it? No, you're not going crazy. It's called sympathetic sensation or phantom touch, and it's a real thing. Like one time my dad was chopping vegetables and accidentally cut himself. And at that exact moment, I swear, I felt this sharp pain in my hand, even though I was nowhere near him. I called him to check if he was okay, and he was like, "How did you know I cut myself? It was crazy." Or how about when you see someone fall and you feel that phantom pain in your own body? That's your telepathic empathy kicking in. It's like our brains are wired to mirror the experiences of those we're close to, even on a physical level. It's wild! Wait, how did you know that? And last but not least, we have the most mysterious sign of telepathy: unexplained knowledge. Have you ever just known something about someone even though they never told you? Like their favorite color or their middle name, or that they secretly love pineapple on pizza? It's like you have this hidden insight into their preferences. That, my friends, could be telepathy at work. It's an uncanny feeling, almost like magic. I remember this one time I was at a coffee shop and I saw this girl sitting by herself, and for some reason, I just knew that her name was Emily. It was as if her name was written in the air around her. I don't know how I knew, I just did. It was an instinctive feeling, almost like a whisper in my mind. So I went up to her and was like, "Excuse me, are you Emily?" And she was like, "Yeah, how did you know that?" Her eyes widened in surprise, and I was like, "I don't know, I just had a feeling." It was one of those moments that leaves you questioning reality. It was so weird, but also kind of cool. It felt like a scene straight out of a movie. And you know what's even weirder? These moments aren't as rare as you might think. It happens all the time. These little telepathic nudges are more common than we realize. Like, I'll just be thinking about someone, and then I'll randomly find out something new about them, something I had no way of knowing, even though we haven't talked in forever. It's like our minds are still connected somehow. It's like the universe is just like throwing me little telepathic hints. It's a fascinating and mysterious phenomenon. Telepathic besties, so there you have it, you guys. The 5 signs that you might be telepathically connected with someone. Have you experienced any of these signs? Let me know in the comments below. I'm dying to hear your stories. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see more videos about the paranormal, the supernatural, and all that spooky stuff. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join the Deep Thinkers. Until next time, stay curious.